Divine and royal greetings, family. I am Shayola Binta, aka Shayola the Artisan, aka your healer dealer, and we are here for recording 12 with 6 days left of our fast. Can you believe when we were just 6 days in? Now we have 6 days left. Today we're going to go over a couple of grains. I can't find millet to save my life in Richmond, so I'll have to order mine. But no worries, we're still going to do the amaranth. I'll show you how to do the couscous. We'll get into all of that. But before we get into all of that, I would like to bring Auntie Kathy to the line to share her good news, or her experience rather, thus far as it relates to Team Believe's 21-day veg camp.
Hi, everyone.
Right.
Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. And I was just sharing with Shell a few minutes ago that this journey has been so good for me. And I was telling her prior to starting the class, I started to do this workout that's called the extreme hip hop workout. And it's high energy. It's more cardio than anything, which is what I really need to do because I'm used to being like a cheerleader, ran track, and did all these things. And I still play ball and that sort of thing. But it's just that I just could not get myself to keep it up like I normally do. So make long story short, I started doing the hip hop and I only got into like 10 minutes of it. I said, oh my goodness. And I had to sit down. So after kind of talking with Shayola, I said, oh, Shayola, I must be full of you know what in here because it's I just feel real heavy. So after I did the enemas and I did all kinds of other stuff that she suggested that I do, I had this big release. And from the time that I actually started the extreme hip hop of 10 minutes, I'm now doing like 30 minutes of the hip hop without stopping. So I'm so glad that I'm doing that and everything's working out all right. I don't even feel tired. If anything, I have more energy than a little bit. And since my last report, I think I'd spoken to you guys, I had lost like 6 pounds, 7 pounds. I'm now up to like 9 pounds, almost 10. So it's like 9.5, almost 10. So I'm just glad of my little journey. I thank Shayola for all of her advice and her suggestions. And honey, this works. I'm telling you. And another thing I forgot to tell Shayola when she did the quinoa, I used to eat that like long time ago, but I said let me pick it up because I just didn't like the consistency, the way it felt in my mouth. And then I said, well, let me just do this instead of doing the beans because I did some red beans the other day. So when I did the red beans, I said I'll do the quinoa with it, and it was fine. I did great. So everything's really working out fine. I'm enjoying it.
That is so awesome to hear. Round of applause coming
Thank you,
through
thank
with
you,
the
thank you.
weight loss, the waist loss, right? Because we're
Yes,
not
that's what it
losing weight,
was.
we're
Yeah,
losing waste, right? So we are
right.
getting rid of it.
That
So
was
that
that's
is
what it
so super
was. The
awesome
weight.
to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Well,
Shayola.
what
Oh,
I'm, yes,
I'm so sorry.
no,
Oh, Shay,
you're fine.
I do have another report because at first I know people was saying that they felt tired in the beginning, and I felt
Mm-hmm.
tired, but I didn't want to say because I'm thinking it's just me, that I'm just
Mm-hmm.
feeling tired, but I did. But and then I went on a little short vacation and kind of fell off the boat, but I got back on. But
Mm-hmm.
recognize now that when I'm walking, I don't get as tired.
Right.
So I know
Mm.
that something is working because I kind of got kind of frustrated a little bit because I was waiting to go back to my storage to try to find my juicer, and then I said I'm gonna do this, and I was eating the little vegetables, and it was tasting like straw and applesauce. I said I'm gonna eat it anyway, and that kind of discouraged me. But
Mhm.
now that I got a juice, I know I'm gonna do better. But I fell off a little bit, but I'm getting back on because I see that it works,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Yeah, it
changing
works.
Mm.
I'm kind of desiring um even when I went on my little vacation, I ate a little sausage and the little chicken drumettes, but it doesn't taste the same. And
Uh-huh.
I can tell that my appetite is changing. So I
And
appreciate
that's beautiful.
yeah.
Give thanks, give thanks. So we don't want anything that tastes like straw. So you might want to get you some cocoa aminos if you haven't already.
Yeah, I
Look,
do
that's what
have
my
it. I
mind
got
went
it.
to. So you just want to put a little, drop in there to make sure, that you're on point and it's to, your liking. But give so much thanks for your transparency. These journeys are really like recovery. And, part of recovery is the relapse, so
Right.
knowing that you have the tools or even the will to use the tools that you have is great, right? Because some people don't have the tools and some people don't have the will. So you have both. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I just can't wait to see you after your 21 days and, get to hear how much waste you were able to get rid of. And we just keep moving forward. And I'm here for the taste buds and appetite changing. So we definitely gonna keep that up. Great for you. Great, 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 great. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to share? How they're feeling, how they're doing, if they're gonna go an extra 7 days? Anybody? Well, feel free if you feel like you can do another 7 days. Great. Queen teaches us that, pretty much any dis-ease that you may be facing, 4 rounds, which is 84 days of detoxification, will reverse that. So if we can pull off 7 good days, that means that we can do another 7. And if we can do 14 days, we can do another 7. Take a break and then go right back into another if you are striving to overcome, right? So what we're going to do, if no one has anything to add, anybody, is go over the grains again. And for those of you who missed the part where I said I'm still unable to find the millet, I will have to order mine. We're still going to go over couscous and the amaranth, okay? So with the couscous, which is super easy, right? We have our bowl. Then we have our couscous, right? So this isn't something that you need to soak beforehand. So I'm putting enough for probably about 3 servings, right? So that's about a cup. Then I'm going to add my seasonings, right? So this is my cilantro, onion, garlic, and bay leaf. I'm going to add some parsley because I love the parsley. And some cumin. And I may have already said this, but cumin and couscous and quinoa are a great match. All right, so I have all my seasonings in the bowl, right? We have some dry seasonings in there. Now I'm just gonna mix it. Right? I've already boiled some water. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just going to pour the water just about a 1/2 inch over the couscous. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then I'm just going to cover it and leave off to the side. So that's all we really need to do with the couscous. That's a one and done. Okay.
Shayola,
So, yes.
So you're not supposed to get the kind that's flavored? Because that's what I did.
I mean, you can get, if there's one that is flavored, welcome in everyone, welcome in. The only thing that I would say is to watch the sodium count in the prepackaged ones.
Okay.
But if the sodium count is reasonable, you know, it's all good.
Because I got
In
the
that,
one that
you
had
could add,
garlic. Excuse me. It had garlic
no,
and
okay, it
olive
had
oil,
garlic.
olive oil flavoring.
Okay,
So I
okay.
didn't know. I didn't
They
even look for one
sometimes,
that was plain. I'll
okay,
look for that one.
okay, okay. So again, if it's something that already has some of the flavors that you like, you know, feel free. But I'm not going to say we, I typically look at the sodium count because in my past, hypertension and high blood pressure was a thing. So I strive to monitor it in that way. So let's say for like this, the calories in this is, excuse me, the sodium in this is 90 milligrams, right? So per serving. So it's not very high. So, you know, I can still add some sea salt or the amino if I would like a little extra kick. But typically speaking, when they add other flavors, there's usually a higher sodium count to preserve it. But that may not be the case all of the time. So just here again, my advice is just to watch the sodium. But it's all good if the sodium is okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions? I know some are just coming in. And thus far, we just went over a few praise reports and you came in on making the couscous. So now what I'm going to do is show you the amaranth, and then we'll make a quick little meal. And when I say quick, it is definitely quick. But this is if you, let's say, made burgers earlier today or yesterday, you can pair it if you like. So what I'm going to do is, I did have some of the amaranth soaking, which, you know, the grains are so small, you don't necessarily have to, but you can. So I'm just placing what was soaked, to include the water, into my saucepan. Now, when you, these little guys are so, they're so intricate. And as you begin to watch your stool, you can see the story that they will tell. One moment, I'm just adding more water. Using the same bowl. So now with the amaranth, it'll be a little difficult to tell if it's a 1/2 inch over. And the reason that is because the amaranth will rise with the water. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like the amaranth rises to the top. So I would say it's like you can tell, so to speak, but put enough water to where it does begin to rise. I would say still, how can I measure this for you all and it makes sense? That's about 1 inch deep. And that was also about a cup. So I would say a cup of amaranth to 1 to 2 cups of water. I would start with 1 full cup and then use that second cup to add as you go along. So now what I'm going to do is put this on a low medium heat, and I'm going to cover it to help it along its way. All right. So we'll season the amaranth once it's done. You don't have to cook the seasonings in. So then I just wanted to show you, for those who intend on making the burgers, those who have made the burgers, we'll prepare them. So I wrapped mine. So whether it's in the refrigerator or in the freezer, depending on when you're going to eat it. And you can wrap it in wax paper first and then put it in the foil if you like. Okay, so these are the patties that we made yesterday. And once the pan heats, we will get started. So does anyone have any questions thus far? Is anyone excited to make their burger? Anybody? Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
I am.
What kind of burger are you gonna make?
I have some
Yeah.
chickpeas that I'm gonna do for tomorrow. I've already done my prep with everything. So I like to get it all together and let all of, like you said, the flavorings go through the night. And then I'll get up and I'll do them the next day. So yeah, so I'll do some chickpeas tomorrow.
Very, very nice. Now, are you gonna use half the chickpeas for burger and then half the chickpeas for soup, or are you just gonna make all chickpea? I call mine Kemet cakes. Or are you gonna do all chickpea patties?
All chickpeas, because my daughter wanted some. So I'll give the other half to her. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So we feel about good here. So I'm just gonna coat the pan just a little with my hemp oil. Now remember, the drier the bean or the legume, the better off you'll be, right? Because it'll bind. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it wasn't as hot, but I was waiting for the sizzle. Oh, the sizzle is coming now, but I thought it was gonna sizzle when I first put it in there. So of course it's like it's not like flesh patties. So or it wasn't frozen. So we don't have to do too much. And I would say I wouldn't go from frozen straight to the pan. I would defrost them first, obviously, so it doesn't stick and become a mess. I also suggest, the steel one is better than the rubber one, especially when you're dealing with veggie patties. So if you could get a stainless steel spatula, I would suggest that, because it'll scoop right under there nice and gently. So we're going to leave it about 3-4 minutes on each side. Okay, amaranth is still coming along. And honestly, I may do the amaranth as my sweet. I can eat that tomorrow for breakfast and use the couscous as the savory, because I've already seasoned that. So with the amaranth, again, you can have that savory as well. You can do cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla essence. I've been saying coconut oil. I don't know if you can see that. Striving to keep it all together here. So you can, I just play around with the sides, just keeping it in burger form. If you don't desire to make it into a Buddha bowl, so to speak, again, you can put it in red leafy lettuce, and you can have it as a burger. you like. You see that? And I must say, this is a pat on the shoulder. I did a few festivals, and the lentil burgers with the Shayola sauce is a hit, honey. They love the lentil burgers. And I have a bread baker here in Richmond that makes bread just for these burgers. So it's a whole vibe. Okay, can y'all see that?
Mhm.
Any questions? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Checking on the amaranth. I'm gonna stir it. I see a bubble. Now, amaranth is definitely a earthy grain, but it's delish. And you can mix it with other grains. I like it with quinoa. Even millet, it's good with millet. All right. Do it one more time. All right. So we have our protein. And then, well, let me allow this to finish before I. Nice. All right. So now I'm bringing back over the couscous. But what will happen is that, you know, you have to separate it, right? But that's no big deal. You still really want to stir it because some of the seasoning may have settled in one area. So you know what, even before I plate this, I'm gonna make a little sauce because no one likes a dry burger. Now, post fasting, you can do saute some onions and peppers, cilantro and parsley, a little seasoning like you normally do, a little cocoa amino. That could be your topping for your couscous, a side of your burger, some avocado. Here again, you would have with your lentil burger, your protein, your couscous would be your grain, and then you can add any live veggie that you like. So tonight I'm going to do for him avocado and the sprouts. So I'm going to make a sauce real quick or dressing. Get another bowl. I guess I can rinse this one. So if you decide to do more of a vegan diet, as long as you have your green, this particular side note, this particular burger is made out of lentil. So you can use any bean or legume that you like. I just chose, you know, what I like to use. So I was saying something, but it'll come back to me. I'm going to just do a quick dressing. So I'm going to use my hemp oil. I am also going to use my seasonings. The only add is going to be some oregano. I have some parsley here. I have the cumin. I have amino, a smidge of agave, raw honey, or the date cream, lime, loosening it up a little bit. Now, when we are post-fast, you can add, I think I said this yesterday, some mustard seed powder and some veganase, and it will be divine. I could probably do that for him because he's not really fasting. I'll leave it. You know, I am going to add the veganase for him, but I'm going to try it first. I want more lime. One moment. All right, so I'm just gonna add a little veganase. And I'm doing this just to give it a little bit more of texture. All right. All right. So we have a little sauce. So now what we're going to do, as the amaranth is still going, well, I guess I can turn it off now. I'm going to get a plate for the rest of the food. All right. So we have our couscous. Probably too much because it is kind of late. And then we have our burger. Oh, great. Then we have avocado. Take this side. And with the avocado, I'm gonna just sprinkle some seasoning on it. You can mash it, make it more into a guac. You know, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm just gonna slice it. And put it here. I'm just gonna take some sprouts. This is kind of like a low-key salad. And he can mix it in how he likes. If you have lettuce, excuse me, cucumber. I had 3 cucumbers that were just like, I don't know if I want to use those. So I'm not. And then I'm just gonna pour this on Now, then a little bit of my tangy seasoning. And some seeds. So, oh, I think I know if I didn't finish this thought, that a complete vegan meal is your protein, a grain, and a green. So excuse me for one moment. I remembered to press mute again. So voila. So that is another way that you can use your patty. Of course, when we are post detox,
Okay, what you
sprouted
doing?
grain.
You need to pass that right on through here.
I
That looks good. It looks good.
Give thanks, give thanks. And
Yes.
too bad I can't have any right now, but that's all good. It's all good. So with the texture of the amaranth now, can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So you can, I'm not gonna dress it tonight because I don't want to have to do it again tomorrow because it's gonna harden. So I'm gonna add a little milk. Again, I'll probably make date cream, my sweetener, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla essence, and coconut oil if you have it, and you're good to go. So I just wanted you to see though, how the amaranth looks. And again, you can mix it with other grains. Amaranth is really, really high. Let me see. I think I have a little screenshot. I'll strive to send it with tonight's email if you didn't see it on my page. So, I see it, but I clicked the wrong thing. All right, so vegan iron sources. Did I say protein? But these are vegan iron sources. Pistachios, 3.9, nutritional yeast, which you would use post detox. 4.5 quinoa, 4.5 oats, 4.7 sunflowers, 5.2, and we don't do too much tofu. Flax seeds, which we put on the salad, 5.7, dried apricots, 6.3, lentils, 6.5, cashew, 6.6, pumpkin seeds, 8, and sesame seeds, 14. Thought amaranth was on the list. It's not, but I will put it right around where lentils are at 6.5. So for those of us who may be deficient in iron, these things would assist. How do you know that you are deficient in iron? Again, you may have a need to, chomp on ice, cold, quickly, fingertips, toes, nose, colder than the rest of your body, things to that nature. So those are some things that you can do to help, build up that space, if needed. Does anyone have any questions, any thoughts, any concerns? Even with no seasoning. I'm here for the questions. Oh, did everybody have an opportunity to look at the email that I sent last night? I know it was wordy, but I wanted to make sure that everyone had what they needed. Nobody has questions? Nobody wants to talk to me? Why nobody wants to talk to me? Nobody? You don't have to. I'm not forcing y'all to talk. But hopefully that was helpful. In the same manner that we did. Oh, really? Hold on. Let's see. In the same manner that we did the amaranth. Here again, we add our water, go a little bit at a time, 1 cup to 2 cups water. That second cup of water is just like a filler. But let me see, because someone said they cannot unmute. Oh, I see you now. Can you, Naja? Okay, it looks like she was unmuted, but I'm not sure now. Okay, well, hopefully she'll come back in. I say we'll have about 6 minutes, so we can have a little break before the presentation call. But if anyone else has any questions, any thoughts, any concerns.
One quick question I have, Shayola. I remember when you first took the burger out the freezer, and I heard you say about the paper. Would I be able to freeze them in some parchment paper?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say definitely. So remember, when you make the burger, you form them, there's probably still going to be some warmth to them. So you leave them out and then you put them in the refrigerator so that they can bond. Once they've been in the refrigerator, a few hours, then you can wrap them and put them in the freezers. Yes, you can use parchment paper. They have the one where the freezer paper, where it's parchment on one side and aluminum on the other.
Okay.
But definitely don't do that if the burgers are warm. If you go from warm to the freezer, it will stick and you won't be able to really pull the parchment paper off of the burger.
Okay.
And once it defrosts, it'll be a mess.
Oh my. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions?
Okay. I'd just like to mention real quick. Can you hear me clearly?
I can.
Okay, good. Sometimes I might not be on track with the time, but I still keep the rhythm of having the the tonic, and then I have my tea, and then I have my juice. I haven't deviated from any of the ingredients, but the timing sometimes don't come intact. Is that an issue, or as long as I'm still having everything I'm supposed to have?
As long as you're getting it in. The time, the days don't even matter as much, right? As long as we keep the pattern going, that's what's important. And then just, of course, striving not to eat super late. Okay. But good for you. I'm happy to hear that you're sticking to it. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm loving it. I feel stronger, because before chocolate would be calling my name, and chips, and as a health coach, sometimes we can deviate, but this has really changed my palate. My family,
oh, wow.
I haven't had any meat since we started, so they like,
right,
oh, okay.
right.
So it's all the things that
and how do you feel about that part?
Oh, yeah, I like it. You know what? I know I'm eventually probably have a little bit of meat, but not much. And I'm not even going there yet now, because I know you got to eventually, wean yourself. But I mean, right now, it's not a problem. It's not an issue. I can smell the fish frying. I can smell the chicken, and it's not bothering me. And the pizza is just passing right on by. So, it's
wow.
working.
Come through willpower.
It's working, and I'm gonna be using it as well, in my programs as well. So I'm loving it.
Yes. I'm so that is definitely the goal. Each one teach one or four. And I will strive to be better about just coming out and just sharing little things here and there, just so people are in the know. Well, at least, the way that I like to prepare, food. So I'm happy that, value is being found and waste is being shed and more energy is being had. All of that is just amazing.
I can't wait to try the burgers. I have to get some more things. Some things I don't have, but I said, hey, I'm gonna go and take, my beet juice, and I add my little cherry with it, and I put some ginger in there, and I mean, whatever I have, I'll just use that, long as it's those ingredients in that order. So that's how I've been doing it. I've been just basically using the quinoa, the red, and I love the red quinoa. I haven't even got to the other grains. So I just been doing the quinoa,
Wow.
the white and the red quinoa, and just doing the juices and the fruits and whatnot, and making my
Very
little.
nice.
I love the smoothies. And tell you about that fresh orange juice. That ain't got nothing going on with this orange juice they have in the supermarket.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
Fresh
So,
orange juice from here on out.
I gotta
That
go
thing
to
is
the
fire.
grocery store.
That thing is fire, and
Give
so is that
thanks.
apple juice. That apple juice is
I'm so happy to
Yeah,
hear.
the apple juice.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yay.
I have a question. I kind of came in
Sure.
late. I'm sorry. I apologize for being late. Question: has anyone else experienced? Because I've been experiencing like a discoloration in my urine. It's only happened the past couple days that I know. Yeah, the past couple days because it was clear, but I had some beet juice.
Yeah.
And because I'm on a different week than y'all are, and I did the beet juice, and after that, it seemed like I had a little discoloration in my urine. Is that normal? Okay.
Totally normal, especially with beets.
Okay.
And it will come out in your stool as well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did that. But when I seen the red in my urine, I got nervous. I was getting ready to call my doctor, but I said I'd talk to you first.
Ashe. Yeah, the beets, that's straight through the bloodstream, right? So you'll see it. Your urine will be a bit pinkish. Now, if your urine, if the urine or any of if you have a discharge, any yellow, not necessarily the urine, if the urine is more green, definitely call me. If your discharge is yellow or green, call me. That's for everybody, anybody. Because remember, the more you release, it's just going to come out. But the colors definitely, tell a different story. So if it's even mucus, if your mucus is coming up yellow or green, you'll necessarily have to call me for that. But just know if it comes up yellow, that is the onset of infection. If it's green, that's infection, right? So we have to work aggressively to help flush out so that we can get back to the clear color. Now, depending for those of us who are still on our moon cycles, your secretions they'll be the same, but they may be a bit different. So you're looking for usually after, let's say, you ovulation, it's a bit more white. Then there may be times where it's like white and watery, white and clear. If it's white and chunky, call me. Okay, because that is also infection. That's yeast being removed. So we just want to make sure that everybody's a-okay. I know I got off on a tangent, but colors definitely tell a story as well.
Shayola?
But you're good with the beet juice. Yes. Hey, Auntie Demawi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Question: mangoes. How long should they take to ripen?
So mangoes can take a bit, especially if they're super green. You can try putting them Avocado, same boat. You can put them in a brown paper bag and set them out by the window. That should speed it up a bit. But if they don't turn at all, then that may be something that was genetically modified and it didn't take. So you don't want to eat it anyway.
Okay.
But it shouldn't take more than a week, especially if you have them sitting by the window, even if it's in no bag. I would take them out the fridge or, just put them closer to the sunlight so that
I
they
never
could,
put them in the refrigerator.
Yeah, they probably are saying we would like some sun, please.
Okay.
And then just give it a few days. I would say see how they look in about 3 days. But if it's out and it takes longer than that, then they're probably no good.
Okay.
If it takes longer than a week, I should say, to clarify, then they will probably be no good.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Mm-hmm.
Shayola,
Yes.
I found mangoes today 4 for $1 at the Super H
You
market.
did.
And they are so, I had a hard time finding some that wasn't so ripe because I didn't want to get them, I want to get a couple ripe and a couple hard, but I'm going to have to slice those, peel those, and then maybe freeze them or something because they're 4 for $1. They're beautiful too.
4 for it. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, we have
come through abundance.
Super H market here, and they have a lot of different vegetables and fruits from all over different areas of the world. Asian market, basically.
Nice.
And their fruits and vegetables are always good. But when I saw 4 for $1, I wanted to tell everybody that's in this on this program with us that they could get some.
Right. You know what's great with mangoes? This seasoning. I don't know if you ever tasted that. The Tajin.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes.
Wee.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great
it
snack.
sure is. It sure is.
How do you spell that?
So Tajin. Classic seasoning.
They sell it at the 99
But that's a nice
store.
I love it.
Really?
They might sell it at the Dollar Tree.
Okay.
It was something else about mangoes. Oh, so mangoes are also, of course, like you said, if you freeze them, that's a great smoothie. You can even take maybe a quarter part of one. That could be a part of your salad dressing. Do a mango salad. You could do any kind of salad dressing with the fruit. But if you either juice it or if you blend it, all your other ingredients, and you just add the mango in there to give it a little, va-va-va-voom, if you like. So I'm here.
I'm getting ready to try that one.
You say you're going to try it?
Yes.
For those of you
one
who
more
have
mango left.
Okay, then. I would definitely try that. If you have a dehydrator, you can just put them in a dehydrator and it'll probably take about maybe 8-10 hours, but you can dry them out and, do it as dry fruit. Also, if you have a dehydrator, you can, put your kale in there. And instead of, my mom, I get it from a chip person, but kale chips, you can season them up. You can use, the season that you learned here in this program or, anything, not anything. Let me not say that, but a healthy seasoning, massage the kale real nice, and put them in a dehydrator and you'll have you some beautiful kale chips. You can sprinkle some nutritional yeast on it and it'll give it like a Parmesan taste. So there are many things you can do. We have the right tools, gadgets and gadgets and all. So I did see a question or a comment. Just want to make sure. Thank you, Cece. Aunt Cece, what Super H did you go to?
I was just asking Tony. I live in Johns Creek, so it's off of Peachtree Parkway. It's about 5 minutes from my house. But they have.
I was literally just in the
areas. Where do you live, Twernia?
I'm in Atlanta, but I'm near Johns Creek. I could get to Johns Creek.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Wow.
It's close to Abbott's Bridge and
Mhm.
141 or Peachtree. It changes names. So
Right, right. I just saw it.
yeah,
I looked it up. Thank you,
you're
Sissy.
welcome.
That's awesome. So super side note, I was in Johns Creek when we came down to Atlanta. I wish I would have known that you
And
were
you
that
didn't call
close. We
me.
stayed at you know what? I had no idea that you were in Atlanta. So forgive me for that. But the hotel that we stayed at, we love, love, love it. And even though it's like, 35 minutes from the city, it had what we needed. It's the Sedesna. It's like a whole little shopping area with Veganaire, I think, was in there. That's what caught my attention. I don't know if you've ever heard of that place, but it definitely was in Johns Creek because I was like, what a name. But anyway, I know better next time. So I will not come to Johns Creek and not let you know
Okay, it used to be
that,
Alpharetta, and then I guess about 6, 7 years ago, we officially became Johns Creek, and I call it JC
I
for short
see.
because it's too long.
That's what I call my brother. He's Jeffrey Christopher.
Mm.
So I call him JC. But I'm in Atlanta the first weekend of each month. So, hopefully, at some point I can come down there in a food capacity and y'all can come on out. But right now it's the healing capacity. You're still welcome to come out. But yeah, nice to know. Can I answer, or is there anything else that we would like to share?
Hi,
I'm so
this is
excited.
Michelle.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Mama
Real
Michelle.
quick question. I'm doing well. I think my skin looks different. It looks brighter. That's
Okay.
what I'm getting. And the aloe vera, how do you store the aloe vera that you're not using?
So you can put it in plastic baggies. You can freeze it as well. I would say to leave it in the shell and just put it, in an airtight plastic bag. I mean, you can leave it out for, a day or two, but once it starts to turn, brown, you cut, discard, and keep using. But to answer your question, plastic baggie and in the fridge. BHA free if you can find it.
Okay. All right.
Sheila, I've been putting mine in wax paper or parchment paper in the refrigerator.
And has it turned at all?
No.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not turning, then you're fine. It probably just needs to be covered. I don't think I've ever even tried parchment paper. So, Mama Michelle, there you go, parchment paper as well. Multi-purpose, because you can use the same parchment paper to wrap your burgers.
Okay. Thank you, lady. Everybody.
Hey,
Yes.
Shayola.
Yes.
You can hear me. It's Naja. I had to switch over to my phone. I had to get off the computer.
Okay. Oh, that's what. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Can you use spelt bread?
You can actually, you can use spelt bread, but not during the detox.
Okay. Girl, I was trying to get
so
me
we
a
want
sandwich.
to. You say you're trying to get. Yeah.
Try to get a sandwich out of that burger.
You can use romaine lettuce, or you can use a red leafy lettuce. I would say, or you could use, like do the couscous if you want the grain. Now I know that that's not replacing it for a sandwich, but we don't want to take in any bread right now. It'll be too much for the colon, especially if you've been doing enemas.
Oh, okay.
So yes to the spelt bread all day, but not during the 21 days.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, with that, I have a quick question because I'm with one of my one of the soups. I'm going to do like a faux, like miso,
Mm-hmm.
type
Mm-hmm.
broth to it, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
came across these chickpea uh, fettuccine, and I wanted to know if, because it's made from chickpeas, is that okay to use?
It's okay to
It's ma-
use post detox because we don't want to do any pasta. Even though it is made with chickpeas, it does have a level of flour in it. So
okay,
I would say yes, definitely the chickpea pasta over enriched flour, but not during the fast.
okay, all right, thanks.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. We're almost there. Home stretch, home stretch. I'm a bread fanatic, so I get it. Yes.
Shayola, I just wanted to ask you, were you ever able to get in contact with Letitia Jackson? Do you know?
With Letitia Jackson.
The lady.
I remember, did you send me, I think the last message I remember sending was to either send me her email or your husband's email.
Yeah.
But to answer this question, I have not, because I don't recall getting her email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you put, I don't think you put her phone number in.
Okay, I can put a phone number in there and send it to you. I know it's kind of late now, but at least she may be able to join the next one. Okay.
I mean, if she, so we have about 6 days left.
Okay.
She can come in. She can join the next one, whether or not it's going to be the summer or fall. I'm not sure yet, but we'll definitely do it again if everyone's down to do it again. The menu will be slightly different, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll just send it to you right after the class. I'll send you her email and get her phone number.
Okay.
And send it to you. But thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. You're welcome. So yes, we will do another one, maybe the fall, but we'll see how time goes about, and if one's needed in the summer, we can strive to look at that. But at least I would say 7 days every season should be like, it should just be our regimen. We just know 1 week for sure, every season I'm going to detox. And then 2 of those seasons, I may triple up time and do a 21 day, if that makes sense. So,
Shayola.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you recommend doing any of this like during Ramadan? Because Ramadan is going to be coming up in about 28 days. And you're eating before the sun rises, and you're not eating or drinking anything until the sun sets, which could be a long day.
It's not that, but I mean, I understand it's 40 days, so I get it. But you can totally do this during Ramadan. And you have a little bit more leeway with the diet during Ramadan. So just, of course, that the sun up, sun down. But if you get your nutrients in, especially if you did like a spirulina, chlorella, water, and lime, that will totally carry you through the day. But yes, to answer your question, you can do this and just a little bit more during Ramadan.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I pray to do it with you. That is my
29 days.
Goal.
29 days.
Yeah.
29 or 30 days.
Oh, wait, did it already start?
No, it didn't start.
No, 29 days until. Right.
We got
Yeah.
20 more.
I tried to do it last year.
But we're only going to fast for 29 or 30 days.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a beautiful discipline, to learn how to, many of us don't know what it is to be a breatharian. And I think that Ramadan definitely helps with that practice. When you can't take anything in, during that, except for water, right? I think you could do
No.
water.
No water.
Nothing.
No water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This program is really good. It prepares you. I know it's preparing me. So
Yeah,
it's
me
really
too.
good.
hmm So maybe I will be more fortified to go through it in its entirety this time, because I would like to discipline myself to see how that feels for that amount of time. So,
Yes.
and you never know, we'll have to practice breatharianism, which hopefully it will be an option and we don't actually have to do it by, but just to know that you can is amazing.
Oh,
For
okay.
sure.
Yeah, it's definitely discipline
So,
for sure.
yeah. But just the connection that one has with such an experience, right? Because to be completely empty and allow the Most High to download into you pure
It's
thought
awesome.
and
Yeah, it's
intention,
awesome. Yeah,
it's
it's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, because you find
Yeah.
yourself cutting out everything. I mean, if you watch TV, you're not watching TV. If
Yeah.
you focus more on your Lord, it's just a whole fabulous experience,
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Purification.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for it. So I will set my intention to really just go through it and be ready. Our side note, TMI, we didn't have a formal ceremony for our wedding, but we're doing it this summer for our anniversary. So to have gone through the journey and then be super downloaded into, but then super fly for my wedding dress, I'm here for it.
All right.
So not to attach any vanity to it, but I would love to see what my mind and even my body looks like after that time. So, but anywho, chill, because I'll keep y'all all night. I love it, but I know I can do that. So we will be back tomorrow. I did not plan anything for tomorrow. So if there's anything that you would like to see, drop me a line. If not, we can pick up something on the menu and do it again. Oh, it's Wheatgrass Wednesday. So maybe we'll do some wheatgrass shots. But in any event, if you need me, text me or call me. I am here. And I'll fill y'all on the presentation call. And I love you for striving. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I
Ashe.
saw you, Nikki.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Love
Good
you
night.
guys.
Love you.
Night.
Love you too.